Hello and welcome to step number 4. I'm really hoping right now you have the understanding of what it means to build your online coaching business using that freedom system. I hope it really did make sense because there was a lot of information in that video. And also there's a lot of components and I didn't want it to come across as easy because it really isn't. But when you just basically grasp the foundations, the fundamentals, then everything else will start all falling into place for you, because you have to really, I feel, understand exactly what you're working on, why you're building it, why you're trying to improve certain areas of that freedom system. And once you have that ticking over, you have that robust sales and lead generation system, your business will be flying, and you can just quite easily implement another system and another system, and then off you grow. And again, there are strategies to actually scale that one particular system that you built as well. So it's exciting times and I'm here to get you to that point. However, if you don't understand, absolutely, I get that. Just drop me a message in the Facebook group and I'll be more than happy to walk you through it, because it took me months. It really did. It just depends. It depends on how you've been mentored before, where you found your resources, and things like that. There's a lot of information out there, good information and also bad information. But I basically, with this course, want to pluck out all the good information and just put it in a very sort of step-by-step format, because if you don't, I think, find courses like this, then you can spend months, which is what I did, paid and unpaid, research and taking on that training, because there's a lot of information out there. It's a beautiful world, the internet age, and there's so much information, but you just need to know now how to find that information and decipher what is the good and the bad information. Anyway, step number 4 is all about building relationships online as you're an online coach, and also your ecosystem. Now, you might have a strategy in place already where you're maybe doing a Facebook Live every day to build that relationship with your client base, or it could be that you're trying to direct message people and ask them to direct you message back if you wanted to set up a consultation or a discovery call, or wherever you might be right now in your marketing efforts. I've done all of these types of strategies, and I must admit my head was banging against the wall a lot of the time, because for me, I had this feeling rooted deep down within that this really wasn't the way forward. I just didn't feel it. Clearly it wasn't working for a start, but also I just knew that it wasn't the right strategy for me. I'm not saying it doesn't work, because it does, and people do get fantastic results. I do have many friends in my circle that have an amazing business doing such things as contacting people manually, which is great, but I just think there are other ways of going about things, and that freedom system that I've walked you through should give you a very good idea. But there's an ecosystem that we're basically building here, guys. And once you understand what the ecosystem is and what that means to you, you will start enjoying creating your content. You know the reasons why you're placing it on YouTube, why you're going to particular groups on Facebook, why it could be a consideration for you to start, or if you're not doing so already, creating blogs on a regular basis, because it's all about building your online assets. And then one piece of content leads to another piece of content, which connects you to another part of your ecosystem, and then that momentum starts to build, and before you know it, your business is really taking power and it's completely fully launched from the ground, and there's just absolutely no cap, no ceiling as to where you want your online coaching business to go. And you don't even have to stop at just one online coaching business. It could be anything that you want to move forward into once you know the basics, once you know the foundations. So there's a lot going on, and that's why I'm going to actually go through the building relationships and ecosystem in a separate video to this. But again, as always, any questions, then find me in the Facebook group. Alright then, see you in the next video. Welcome to this video, building relationships and also building your ecosystem. So we've actually gone through that freedom system, and there was a lot to take in, and I'm hoping right now that you have some level of understanding of what it means to actually set up your online coaching business. Now, with that being said, if you've got any questions about that, because it took me what felt like forever to actually get my head around that, then please just drop me a line in the Facebook group, because only when you start to really understand the fundamentals, you can then start moving your business forward. So now that you understand really the nuts and bolts of the freedom system, which comes in really three main parts, and that's the lead generation, which is the front end part, how you actually get leads into your business. You then follow on onto a sales process, and then you need to get that converting between 3 and 5%, and then afterwards it's your program delivery. So again, so many moving parts, but when they start working well together as a system, you then need to see your content delivery as an ecosystem as well, and it is your way of building relationships, because you are online and it's not as powerful sometimes as to actually meeting someone face to face. So I recommend always creating videos, creating a YouTube channel, because there is so much power behind building your own channel. And I'm not here suggesting that you're wanting to get like 1 million subscribers. Nah, when you know how to utilize YouTube to your advantage, the world is your oyster. But I think it's the way you need to see it is that you're building online assets, like you would do building bricks, building the foundations in order to put the doors, the windows and the roof to make it into a house. You are building essentially your online empire, and it's all about starting with video. Now, right now that might scare you, and again, it's like a process you need to go through as a coach. I would always recommend video, because you are trying to be an online coach, and people would only buy into you if they know you, they like you and they trust you. And it's quite hard to do that via a blog. It is possible, I'm not saying it's not. However, YouTube is faster, or video, sorry, it's faster and it's more powerful. But there are various ways you can actually create a video. You can do like a screen share, or you could just maybe have mapped out slides through PowerPoint to record that, or do how I'm doing right now, face to camera. However, you need to get over that hump. And again, if you are in fear of doing that, totally get it. It is a process. I can help you with that, and so can other coaches as well. But the reason why YouTube video is so powerful, because then you've got a hub. It's like a library of all your content. And again, there are ways of optimizing your YouTube videos, and again, that could be for another training, not in this particular course, but in other trainings that I offer. But from your YouTube video, see this as a daily thing for you to do. I'm not saying do YouTube videos daily. I do, because I know the power of it, and that's how to speed up your results. But at least do 3 times a week. 3 times a week, once you know how to successfully optimize your video for SEO tags and keywords, then this is where it becomes really powerful, and you'll start to see that momentum in your business. But once you produce a YouTube video, you can then post it onto your email list. This is where the ecosystems comes into play. You can then contact your messenger bot contacts. And again, if you don't really know a lot about messenger bot, that could be something we could talk about in the future, or other coaches do offer that as well. You can then post onto your YouTube channel the content into like a mini version of a blog. You can then post your content, your video, onto your Facebook group that you've created. You can then use your video and post it onto your profile. You can actually max out your profile to up to 5,000 people. So if you haven't done that already, I recommend you to do that. Instant positioning, you've got an instant audience. Fair enough, they may not be targeted, but let's say you've only got 2,000 right now. You can actually go and find another 3,000 who could be more tailored to your services that you want to offer. More on that if you want help on that from me another time. And then a blog. If you're not a writer, I would certainly consider writing a blog, because the reason is because you can write a blog off this daily or 3 times a week video, because then you can use your blog to contact be present in 5 forums. Forums do still actually exist, but you can actually post your blog in these 5 forums giving value. You can also post your blog and add a comment and be like a guest commenter on someone else's blog and maybe get someone's opinion. Again, we can go into detail about this in another video outside this course, but you can also use your blog to post into other Facebook groups, and that's your way of adding value and content. And again, with every YouTube video and every blog, you don't have to do both, but if you want the extra results on you know, with speed, then I would do a YouTube video, post it to these channels, and then write a blog off the back of your YouTube video, and then you can sprout off and you know, you post your blog and your YouTube video into these other areas as well. But you can start to see the power of this, guys, because you know, with the blog you have like a link to your video, and in the description of your video you can have a link to your blog, and then you can post your blog into your, you know, Facebook groups. But obviously you would have maybe your lead magnet in the blog at the bottom, or you can have it in the description of your YouTube channel a link to your lead magnet there. And if you start doing this on a daily basis or 3 times a week basis, can you just see the power of doing that? Absolutely amazing. So I would see this part here as your daily things to do when it comes to content, if not 3 times a week when it comes to posts on YouTube. And then remember, we spoke about this sales process, which is the second part of your freedom system. You've got like challenges or webinars or trainings, workshops, joint ventures, video series that you can create. It's all about taking a potential prospect on a journey with you, so then they can buy at the end of your sales process. But remember, even if they don't buy off your webinar, because webinars are now dropping in terms of conversion, you're still going to have the option at the end of the webinar, come join my Facebook group, or check out my YouTube channel, or you know, join my mailing list and I'll give you my free lead magnet. And then you can start to see the power of this. We spoke about webinars first, so webinars could be linked to your YouTube channel, or it could be linked to your email list, or it could be linked to a YouTube post. So not YouTube post, do apologise. You could direct them, into your Facebook group. And then challenges. Let's say no one buys at the end of your 7-day challenge for losing weight, but you would have directed them, no doubt into your Facebook group. Or you could actually be using messenger bots as part of your challenge. Or it could be the fact that you've blogged about your challenge, or vice versa. And it can just go on and on and on. Like, how many versions have we got of this? Workshops. If people don't buy at your actual workshop, just send them to your YouTube channel, where you're always promoting yourself, where you're also always providing value, and you've always got a link to your lead magnet, depending on what that lead magnet might be. Joint ventures as well. You can start to see, guys, it's absolutely incredible. When you actually know what you're doing, you start to really enjoy creating content in everything that you do. So it's just, it's so powerful, it really is, and it's so exciting as well when you actually are in a flow with what you're doing, the type of content that you're producing, and where you're posting it, in order to maximise your chances of accelerated growth. So if you've got any questions, then please let me know. Find me in that Facebook group. Again, I know there's a lot of information in this particular training video, but again, this is what I learned, this is what I teach you in the Facebook group. Don't expect to know everything just because you've watched this course. Take action, make sure you really do study these videos, watch them again if you need to, and really get an understanding, because when you really do have a good grasp as to what you're doing, things just get exciting. That's all I'm going to say. I want you to enjoy and appreciate the success that a lot of us coaches are experiencing when they know what they're doing. Alright then, guys, I will see you in the next video.